All right, we back. I guess this is take 2 of the Community Coalition show. Now that we're having issues. What's going on?
What's good, gang?
How are y'all doing? K Wilson, David 2K, Yendi in the house. What's up, y'all? How was y'all weekend?
What up?
Mine was fantastic. What's up with y'all? What y'all do this weekend? Yendi, what you do this weekend, girl? What you do?
Yeah, Yendi. You look at like your skin glowing.
You know,
like
you
that's because I just gave myself a facial. I ain't even gonna hold you. I gave myself a facial.
You just came from brunch, like you was eating, you was chilling. What's going on? You had a mimosa. You have a mimosa.
I was in Maryland.
Oh yeah. Hey. You was chilling in Maryland.
Streets, Maryland.
Who you came to see?
Came to shake ass, but apparently there was no ass shaking. So
yeah, we're going to talk about that one day. We're going to talk about that.
Can't wait to talk about that.
How we've gotten way too bougie in the place you're supposed to have fun. We got to get over this, y'all.
Forever 21 dress. Okay, I risked it all wearing that dress. Damn it! I done showed everybody in Silver Springs my goods,
and everybody just stood around and watched. Right. So we're gonna get there one day. So yeah, had a good weekend. Shot people. I shot people. Pew pew. We pew pewing. We had fun. If you don't know what we're talking about, you just got to watch my Instagram. That's all. I ain't telling you no details.
David, what you do this weekend?
I went to a job interview.
All right. They were trying to get that bag, son. What's up?
Trying to. But you know what? Let me not say anything because I don't know if they might listen to this because Black Squirrel Media Network is in my my resume. So let me chill.
So David is the most wonderful, excellent employee ever.
Thank
5-star reviews. Whoever's listening, we highly recommend him.
Of the month, 4 times in a row.
Y'all are too kind. Oh my gosh.
What's the other question to ask? Would you recommend him for this position? Yes, we would highly recommend him for this position.
Yeah.
And what are David's strengths?
I work too hard.
He's a quick learner.
He's a quick learner.
And I just work too hard.
Positive thinker.
Oh my gosh.
He's a team player and a go-getter.
There you go. Nope.
Oh wow. This just became my resume.
His only weakness is that he loves to play
this episode. He's true.
Too passionate.
That's actually true. I do love too hard.
Yeah.
We all do.
Yeah. So see, there you go. There's your reference right there. So they ain't gotta call me now. All right.
But this is the exact reason why Kenny and Yendi are part of they're part of my references.
Yeah. I mean,
Smart.
Yeah. I'm gonna start charging folks.
The old boss, I definitely be on there yes, he did work for my company.
Love you.
You imagine be that one friend they call you, be like, who?
Yo, that happened to me once. I be telling people you gotta let me know. I was like, hello, who is this?
Yeah.
I was calling because such and such used you as a reference. I was like, oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Please let people know.
Job. Yeah, please.
Please let people know. Because I've been in that position too several times. And then 5 minutes later, I get the text, oh, dog, I use you as a reference. Fam. Too late.
Yeah, in advance.
Too late.
Yeah, and I'm going to hype y'all up too.
Yeah, and I try to. Everybody, always try to, I'll always say something positive. But let somebody know, because you don't know what the situation going on. They got to answer the phone,
Mm-hmm.
Let people know. So, yeah. Get that out the way. So, hope it goes well, David. Let us know. We go well. We party. You know how they're gonna go.
Yep.
Give us another reason. Give us another reason to shake ass. That's all. We celebrate.
Absolutely.
That's a Caribbean spot.
Yeah, apparently we gotta find that spot. Yeah.
Oh.
Some
spot that y'all looking for?
I mean, we were told about one. We don't know exactly where it is. Nobody told us no details. We just told that there was a Caribbean spot.
Mm-hmm.
Enough said.
Yeah, so now I gotta go Google search.
Right.
I do research.
Now you gotta do dark web
I don't know
stuff.
what's going on with what you just did there, but it didn't look like you was doing research. It looked like you was researching.
Researching. Maybe that's how I research.
Hey, yo. I gotta. What are you doing at school, bro?
Right.
Oh, I be researching though.
Remind me of the kid in my class. I used to sit in the back. He was doing a lot of research.
Yo, there was a kid in my class too.
Not the research and discovery. Oh
Right, I
man.
mean, we all got one.
In class.
And had to clean up.
Oh no, not the, oh. Imagine do a circle time with next to that. Oh no.
This is gross.
Okay.
Especially in high school when you're like your seat isn't your seat. Everybody's
Like, say, I hope by the time you get to high school, you're not doing that no more.
Yeah, he was. He was in my Spanish class. Yeah.
Off the rub?
He used to wear the same overalls every day.
Hey, yo.
He used to straight easy access.
Is that easy access?
Yeah, because all you gotta do is just take the little flap down and put your hands in your pants.
Loose overalls.
He got busted. That's how I know he used to do it.
Well, how you not?
Jeez.
You can't be in math class. Like,
right.
Nah, he was in Spanish. She straight busted him.
I can't. I don't even know. I don't even know on that one. Okay. All right. We had something we're gonna get into today. So I think I know we were talking, and this is one of those times like, okay, I think we have to be responsible with our platform, right?
Absolutely.
And being responsible means that sometimes we have to call our own people out on their madness too. I know we do a lot on Bob's and Karen's, we do all that, but like sometimes right is wrong and wrong is wrong too, And I feel like this is one of those situations, those conversations that need to be had. And so we've been talking about this for a while, talking about, like the double standard really that comes along with baby mamas and baby daddies and stuff like that. Yep. And we always talk about baby daddies. And sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes, it'll be some dirty stuff going on too. They, foul stuff and all that. But we hear about those.
Yeah.
But we don't really talk about the other side of the fence.
The baby mamas?
Yeah. And sometimes there's a lot of foul stuff that's happening. Yes, sometimes, yes. Yes. And we need to have these conversations,
Right.
Like, as a man, I know it sounds bad because I always look like I'm looking at one side of the fence, but no, man, like there's a lot going on. And sometimes relationships go left, things happen. But how we treat each other afterwards too is very important. So I know
we can't put blame on just one person. Like I know that a lot of people put blame and say, well, it's the man's fault. Because it's true. He be telling you what you want to hear, get in your head and get you a little excited, and then boom, you're pregnant. But also it's your fault too, because I tell him
tango.
Facts. Put that thing on. I think what happens is they get excited and I'm gonna be with you forever. Because we all know that's what they spit in your ear. Like, oh, I'm not going nowhere. And then the next thing you know, you're pregnant with child and he don't want to be a part of it.
Or he's halfway across country. Next time you see him.
You say he's trying to run cross country.
But
sometimes that conversation is had while you're pregnant. And I can't speak for everyone. I'm only going off of what I've not personally experienced because I've never been with a child, but what I've seen in my circle. They'll have the conversation like, I don't want a child, but the other person will say, but I really want a child. Or sometimes the dude will say like, I want to have this child, but the relationship, let's be real here. A lot of times after you have a baby, sometimes the relationship just doesn't work. But I think the problem is when that relationship does not work, we should not use the child as a pawn.
Yes,
leverage. Right.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I do not have one, David 2K does not have children. So no, that's pretty much it. But also like you hear about it happening all the time, and like I just think like what type of person would like what? Like how do I say this? How fucked up do you have to be like Oh, you want to see your child? I need more money.
But it's not even that. Like, it could be the dude moves on and gets himself a chick and he's happy. Right. And I know because I've dated guys that's been in this situation, and it's not what he said, it's what I've witnessed from the baby moms coming up to the house, calling like, oh, you got this bitch over here. Oh, so let's see if you'll see your kids this weekend, because you're not. And it got to a point where dude was so scared that she was going to withhold the children, that she really had him doing things. And I'm talking about putting $5,000 down to save her house. Whereas I know the children live there, but he also had a house. So like, I mean, you could have let them live there, but I mean, and she had a man, like she had a boyfriend, but she did not want him to be with anyone else. She did not want her baby father to be with anyone else. So she was just always using like, I'll take you for child support. I'll get more money. I won't let you see these kids because you don't want to be with me. But you have someone.
Right.
Yeah.
And also like, it's messed up when you see someone or you see someone try to move on and someone else is like, or their ex is like harassing them. And that's not right.
Yeah, because they're dangling it over their face. And let's get one thing clear. If you listen, you're watching this, we're not talking about the men that deserve it. Sorry. I'm not talking, that's not the conversation we have.
Right. Because there are some dirt bags out there.
I'm talking about the brothers out here really trying to make it happen. They're really trying to hold their family down, or it didn't work and they're trying to move on, but they're still being responsible. And the other part of that is the woman won't allow that to happen.
Right.
I've seen that as a kid. I remember that. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Like, you know, my mom didn't want us to see our dad sometimes. And, you know, and then not only that, but think about the kids dynamic too. Because here's what happens with the kids. Because not only that, now you start telling the kids bad stuff about dad.
Right.
You know, dad ain't shit. Dad ain't doing that. Dad, when the kids don't know no better, they don't know the other side of the fence. Like, dad's over there may actually really be trying. Dad's trying to come see the kids, but the kids don't know that. And then what happens with the kids? They start to resent dad. They start to hate dad. Dad he doesn't want to be here because that's what they've been fed. That's what they've been told. That's foul.
Right.
And I think we had started this conversation because of Joe Budden's podcast when he was talking about his mom. Even though his dad was in and out, his mom created a landing strip so the dad can just come back into their lives at any time. But it's like, what happens when the woman creates this whole narrative like your father is trash, all because she's hurt. And you're withholding the father from seeing his kids. I mean, the kids are going to look at you like, oh, damn, she's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we talked about this over the weekend because I have a family member who's going through the opposite. She's the one going through everything that usually women put the men through, but she's the one being treated this way. So I kind of see it from both sides. And it's just sad. You should never use your children as a pawn just to get what you want from that person.
No,
it ain't right.
And that's why, I mean, and then a lot of times these situations, like one person's hurt. One person feels hurt. One person feel like they were done wrong.
Right.
You know,
the other person feels entitled.
But not even that. Like it's the vindictiveness. It's the choice to be mean and nasty, to be hateful and spiteful. Like these are choices. You know, I've seen some situations where it's like, you know, okay, you don't want to be here, fine, I'm out. Like we all move on. You know, where the partner said, okay, I'm not gonna fight you. You don't want to be here. We had a baby. I'm not gonna fight you. I just make it happen. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but sometimes like you don't go out your way to hurt somebody else, though. You know, like that's where we start getting into like the nasty territory.
Is that in child support also? Again, the ones who deserve child support, like absolutely, go get him for everything. Says take him for his whole paycheck. But the ones who are showing up for their kids every day, giving you money, just because it's not enough what you think. Like I've heard some women ask for some ridiculous amount, like, oh, I deserve $2,000 per paycheck. Why? Like, if the father is there in the child's life, he's buying the kids stuff, he's giving you money, why are you still taking him for child support? Like, he's there all because you're bitter. I hate to say that word because I'm a female and I hate when people say
no,
bitter,
it's real.
True, and I feel like, and another thing that they said, because we're Black women, you kind of have to like tiptoe around the topic because
you don't want
to
see victims. You don't want to be seen as like the angry.
Right, but you have to. It's true. It's sad to say, and it's something that's not talked about. But sometimes it's not the man. Sometimes it is the woman who is not allowing the man to see the child or taking him for child support just because she's upset with him. It's like pointless.
Yeah, yo, I used to work with this man when I was younger, and this was a grown man who I was with him. I would watch him, like we would ride, and all he wanted to do was spend time with his kids. That's all he wanted to do in life. And he would work 2 jobs. And I remember they lived here in Maryland, and then old girl took the kids up to move to New York and devastated them. And he was still like every weekend, I'm driving to New York. And he would drive up there, not even knowing if she would open the door. He would call. And talking about we at work, my man would be tears, crying. All he wanted to do was see his kids. Then she took him on child support. He lost. I watched that man lose that battle. All he wanted to do was see his kids. He took, there was nothing he could do. He tried to fight it. I remember the first time they garnished his wages. That man got a check for like $60. Like, we were making decent money. I ain't gonna lie. And after everything they took from that man, his check said $60. That was his paycheck. And he opened up his paycheck. This was before we got paper stubs. And he looked at his check and he just put his hands in his face. He started crying. He's like, how am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to live on $60 every 2 weeks? That's what they left him with. And this is a man who, he was trying to see his kids. Think about you driving to New York every weekend from Maryland. That's a 4-hour drive up and back. All he wanted to do, that's all he wanted to do. He trying to make it work. He trying to do whatever. It was powerless. Powerless.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I was gonna do that to a boyfriend I had when I was in my 20s, and I wanted to move to Georgia. And we talked about having a kid, and he was like, well, if you have my kid, you can't go nowhere. I was going to leave, and I tell him I wasn't going to dip. So I already know what it is.
Wow.
You can be ain't shit too sometimes. I was like, you're not about to make me stay here just because I had a kid. I'm out.
But was the relationship working though? That was the thing.
No, the relationship was trash. Oh. But on my end, I see if that was our situation and I did get pregnant, I think if I was to leave, it wouldn't have been me that was hurt. It would have been him hurt, and he would have been taking me for child support and custody of the child because he already threatened me with it a few times.
Oh, see, that sounds like a horrible situation. That's one of the situations. Don't have kids. Yeah.
It was toxic because he thought honestly a kid would make us fall in love with each other, but I was like, no.
Can we stop? Why do we all think that? Why do people think that?
I don't know. It's like we said the other day, like people just fall for that white picket fence.
But think about it.
But it's not real. Like what people don't get, I guess, is that, and I shouldn't be the one to say this, but like relationships have to be worked on. There's nothing that like, there's no like aha moments where it just clicks. It has to be constantly worked on.
Yeah. So
like it's sad that like we don't get that.
No, but think about this. Like in all reality, we already have a bad relationship. Stuff is not going well. And when stuff doesn't go well in your relationship, you know how stressful that is. It's toxic. It's hard. Now I'm about to introduce a whole nother level of hard to this relationship with a pregnancy and a baby.
Yeah, because he really thought that that's what it would take to make our relationship work, is if I got pregnant and then we would fall in love. And I was like, I was not for it. So he went out and got somebody else pregnant. And then they got married. But that's how he felt, as though that's how you would build a relationship. Let's first come the baby, then comes the love, and then you get married.
No, if you already on the same page, it's not going to work. Right. Because now I'm adding, like I said, stress on top of stress doesn't equal euphoria. Like, that equals more stress. You're struggling at this point.
Right. Like, it's a whole nother life now that we have to take care of.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, even as a married man, like, that was the hardest time in our relationship, because now we have to learn how to work together in our dynamics with a new person. Mm-hmm. So I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling some kind of way at first because I felt like I wasn't getting attention. I felt like I wasn't getting love. And then my brain is always on some other stuff.
Right. Like, it's not usually does happen when a baby does come into the situation, is that things do change. And again, I've never personally been through it, but
it changed. I can tell you, it changes. You have to now evolve what you already know. Think about, you already building your life for two people. Y'all good, y'all straight, and now everything changes. Everything turns upside down. Mm-hmm. Like, you almost have to reevaluate, or not just reevaluate, but evolve your relationship. How it now evolve. If you weren't feeling that person before, you're damn sure not going to feel them now, because now you're not getting your needs met, because all your needs are going to the child. So everything you think you were about to go get, that's definitely not happening now. Especially as a man, I'm gonna tell you right now, fam. As a man, you ain't getting attention. You're not getting your wife's attention when the baby comes. You're not. You're not going to get everything you need when she comes, because the focus has to shift, as it should. So a baby's not going to keep that round.
So I don't need that attention. Let's give that attention. Let's give the attention that we were giving to each other now to our child, because that's where it needs to be.
Well, I think we all say that, but at the end of the day, as humans, we have basic needs.
Right. Listen, if we go into this, we're going to end up going off topic and fall down a whole rabbit hole about what we need in a relationship and what we want. Because it's always, listen, my therapist tells me this all the time. If you give yourself attention, you're not going to need attention from that person. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. Because I think, we're not going to go there, because then we're going to get off topic.
But you know what I'm saying? I
hear you.
For a struggling relationship, there's already stuff that needs to be done here. You're not going to, let's take need outside of it. You don't have time now.
Nope.
You don't have the energy now to go down that process. It's
in my situation, I feel like I don't want to say I was for the streets, because I was in a thought pocket, but I was a partier. And so he felt like giving me this child would keep me in the house.
He trying to slow you down.
Right. Sit down. You need you need to play your part, be my woman. And if I get you pregnant, that's going to get us there.
But no, because that means you haven't.
I'm still party pregnant. But I was in my 20s.
But no, like I said, think about that too in a realistic standpoint. Forcing someone to change, not the best way to do it either.
Yeah. And I think that's why marriage counseling before actually getting married is super important.
It's vital.
Because
I thought, don't they do they still make you do it before you get married?
It depends on how you do. If you get married in the church, most of the time the church is gonna make you do it, stuff like that. But most places, that's what I'm saying. If you depends on where, if you go down to the courthouse, you ain't gotta do it.
I don't want to be extra, but I think couples therapy is important throughout your whole relationship, even before you're married. I just feel like, every now and then as a boyfriend and girlfriend, because I think we always forget how hard it is to make a relationship work. You can't get to that finish line unless you put in that work. And I just think that sometimes, maybe if it's worth it, maybe every now and then see a couples therapist to help.
You should every couple of years. Even us, we go on little retreats. There's retreats where they're purposely designed for these things to kind of refresh, renew, and stuff like that. Take a little weekend.
Activities.
Yeah, but you know what though?
Perfect strangers.
But hey, the first time we did one, like we were like 6 years in, 7 years in, we did one. And at first I was like, I don't know, because I just ain't want to. I didn't want to be around a whole bunch of like boring men, you know. So, but actually, it was actually good to have conversations like this, to be around some trained professionals, and we did stuff apart, and then we did stuff together. So it was a whole weekend, you know. But you got to recharge the battery,
right? And I'm sure you're able to not only like get advice from the therapist, but get advice from those men that were also there.
Yeah, some of we was sitting there clowning half the time though. But I mean, but when it came down to it, like I said, just even outside of marriage, I think you should find time to recharge, reconnect, reevaluate, make sure, because we're always changing too. You know, so not even just as a relationship, but as people, you know, we different. We evolving too. And you got to make sure both of y'all are kind of on the same page as you're evolving, as you're moving along, you know, but especially on the front end. And I think that's why a lot of relationships now are struggling. We've been talking about, oh my goodness, like last show I just did. We're talking about all these things that are happening now in relationships, or I should say aren't happening, where people aren't getting to know each other on the front end. They're not asking the right questions on the front end, getting to really know their partner, rushing into a lot of these decisions, you know.
Ignoring the red flags.
Yeah. Or the real red flags. Don't get me started on these red flags.
You know, I think that also people, you know, that feeling when you just get into a relationship, like everything is good, you're happy, you got butterflies in your tummy, you want to talk to this person every day. But it doesn't last forever. And I think once you get out of that phase, some people start to think that their relationship is broken, or they let social media play a huge role in how you think a relationship should be, and it's not. So that's why I say, like, some people just idolize this white picket fence when it comes to, oh, if we keep this baby, our relationship is going to look just like this. You don't even know what that person goes through. They could be getting wrapped on the beak. You don't know.
No, and that's another thing too. Like you said, social media, these perceptions of what we think things are. All relationships are different, and that's why you and your partner need to establish the vision of what y'all think it's supposed to be together. Like what you always, if you're looking at somebody else, you're always going to be like, you're always going to be looking around. You'll never be happy with yourself. You're never going to be happy in a relationship if you're looking over at someone else's relationship, because you know, even for them, like the grass always looks green, always looks good. Everybody looks, especially on social media, everybody looks happy. Everybody looks hunky dory, because that's the perception. But you don't know what they're really going through.
Right, they were just fighting right before the picture.
You have no idea.
They're not going to let you even see that side.
Nah, you don't see that. You don't see that. And so
that's honestly why or like one thing I think about is that, like, I want our relationship to be about you and me. Like, let's do our best to like not let anybody else try to like influence us as we're like while we're together. Because I think that messed me up in my last relationship.
I don't even follow the person I'm with on no social media.
No
Facebook
social media
friends or Instagram. Like,
not that.
And I don't post, like, I don't post on it like that anyway, but I don't post the person I'm dating either. And it's not about a secret, but I'm trying to enjoy my relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
But social media wants to be right now. People don't even know.
Right. But social media wants to be like, oh, stop hiding your partner. Let us see. Like, nah.
Nah, you good. Now you're not about to put him on sis, is that your man page? Hell no.
Right. Right. Because that's when people start seeing it and being all like, oh, that's who they got. Oh, I gotta see that.
But then people judge relationships, people,
right?
And sometimes even like the other side of that too, like everybody, the expectations everyone has for you in your relationship. Like they expect y'all to be like, oh, you supposed to be doing this, y'all doing that. Like, no, we're just doing the best we can right now. This is us. Y'all seen it, especially growing up. Everybody, I know ISIS, especially the women. The women get bombarded as soon as you get a man. When y'all getting married? When y'all having a baby? When y'all doing that? and all these expectations that are raised around that stuff, and then the women thinking like, oh, this is what
now, even when we don't have a man.
Yeah, like I used to say that all the time. I used to feel bad for some of the cousins. Like aunties be making slick comments and stuff.
Every time a cousin end up pregnant, they be like, so when are you next? And I hate that also. I think that people should stop asking that question because a lot of people have fertility issues and you don't know what they going through. Like, I know I don't want to put nobody's business out there, but like I had a member who had some issues and they lost their child, and my family was like, so when you gonna have a baby? And she had to have that uncomfortable conversation. I was like, I hate when people do that.
Yeah, it might not have been trying to share that information, you know?
Right. Or when your family's just like, oh, so when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna get married?
Maybe I hate men. That's what I start to tell them now.
Yeah. Or maybe we're just not ready right now.
Right.
Or maybe I'm emotionally jaded.
But it might not even be all that. But sometimes it's just like everybody has their own time.
Right.
You know?
And that's very true.
Like I remember for us, it was like, yo, can we finish school? Like, let me kind of get this career going a little bit so I can support what we about to do. Mm-hmm. I'm on track, I'm on pace.
Which is also important.
But if we had gotten married when everybody wanted us to, I'd have been poverty.
You cannot help that other people in your family move quick.
Yeah. Right. Like I wasn't trying to live in poverty.
Right.
I wasn't trying to bring babies into this world in poverty. Why repeat the same cycles? I wasn't trying to do all that. So I wanted to make sure we was in a decent position at least.
I go through that now with my family, not my mom, but like my kin folks. That's like, where your kid? Look, that dog in there, that's my child. That's all I need right now. That's all I need. That's a handful right there.
And then I have some friends that they don't want kids. Like they're married, they got married, and like they're good. That's what they want. They straight. Like,
but children are not for everybody. And I also that's why I think I never had any young, because I knew I was like, I don't think that children are for me. It wasn't until later on in life where I was like, maybe I could just have one nugget, but I never liked them. Sorry, no offense to people who got chronic pressures, but I just thought I didn't have the patience. And I was like, that would be horrible to bring a child in this world, and I don't want it.
Yeah. Right. Why? That's insanity. That would be insanity. And then think about that child, because you don't really want that child. And it's going to show in all of your actions, behaviors toward that child. Like,
and I don't want that for my child. I don't want me to resent my child just because I didn't want to bring them into this world. And then I don't want my child to resent me because I brought them into this world and I don't even like them.
Yeah. And then all you're going to do is be mean, be harmful, be hateful, be nasty.
Right.
You know,
and then once I saw it, I probably would love it. But I was just like, they weren't for me.
I mean, I think, and I've seen that. Ooh.
It takes that time and that wisdom to know that. Mm-hmm. Like you have to grow up into that. You have to know, hey,
that's why I waited.
Yeah, that's why you got to know, hey, maybe I can have a child and I want to love my child the right way. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do what they did. I don't want to do what they did. I want to do it. I want to know what I do.
Yeah. So we've seen the flip side. We've seen the nasty side of that too.
Right.
Have a child that's like, now you're hindering me from living the life I want. You know,
so many babies get killed. They might want to go and run the streets, so they dump the baby in the garbage can. Like, why'd you even have the baby? All because, and again, they're hurt by the man who told them they was gonna show up and be there, and they weren't.
But I ain't even gonna put it on the man. I've seen some situations where it was, hey, we married, we got kids, and all of a sudden wake up like, nah, I want to go have fun. I want to go live my life, but now I got kids. Mm-hmm. And then they leave. Like, it's a lot of dynamics.
Kid.
Some people don't see it that way.
And if you don't want to be there for your kid, there are resources that are there so that you can, like, your kid could live a good life.
Yes, like me, I'll be a resource. No questions asked. I'll show up, leave your kid with me. I ain't even gonna tell. Just leave your baby with me. I'll be great.
Okay, y'all heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No questions
to inquire.
I think it's just like I said, it's just this is why I'm a firm believer we're supposed to take our time with some of these things in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like some of these conversations shouldn't even be had till you get to a certain point in your life.
Right. But to be honest with you, as far as when it comes to kids, especially being a woman, society will put a time limit on you. They will be like, you got a clock on your uterus. If you don't have a baby by this time, what are you doing with your life? But like a lot of women now, because it's like the lack of relationships, a lot of women now are either being solo parents or freezing their eggs. Period.
Yeah. And I think if that's what you want, do what you gotta do. You know, and I think that's okay. Like it's harder, you know, but
yeah,
I think a lot of women are saying, okay, I'd rather do it myself and I know I can hold it down and maintain and be with a man or a partner who is only going to harm this situation.
Right. You know, then you ain't got to resent no one because now your little baby came from a tube.
Yeah.
All right. You have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
That's what
the dynamics have changed over the years. We know it's not what it used to be in the 50s and 60s. I'm sorry. Right. It's not. We got, you know, we've changed with some of this stuff, which means perception. But I feel like our mindset of like when to have kids, that's the one thing that hasn't changed. Mm-hmm. Everybody's still stuck on cheating. Oh, you're supposed to have by 30, you're supposed to have by 30. First of all, the women evolution has changed so much over the years. You know, like give her a break. Cut her some damn slack. Please. Get off her back. Like let her be great. Let her do her, and she'll figure it out. Like that goes for everybody.
It's Women's History Month to respect that.
Yeah.
Please. Yes.
We are not
absolutely
baby making factories. Okay, that's not our jobs anymore. We want careers.
Yeah, but then also the same people that'll say that be the same people that complain when they feel like it's not going the right way. Oh, I don't know. She got all them kids, or I don't know why she ain't staying with that. But like, no, you can't have it both ways. You can't talk about somebody's mom.
Mind your damn business.
Yeah.
I hate that. And also, I hate when people say that. Like, I met a guy who had 6 kids. And he was like, if I had a lot of kids, he couldn't talk to me because I'm used goods. You have 6 kids, 6 different baby mamas. And I'm used goods.
I was about to say, who's used goods?
What? Who's what?
You don't believe in condoms.
Yeah, my man pull-out game is non-existent.
It's not.
It's weak.
It's hard. It's trash.
I can't even call it weak.
I don't even call it. It don't even sound like pull-out. It sounds like this is what he wants to do. He's making life choices at this point. No, you had 6 tries. I don't think you're trying at this point. Like,
and not done. He's not done.
No, because he likes what he's doing. He likes what he's doing.
Girl, you gotta learn. First of all, you don't have Nick Cannon money.
Right.
Some people don't care. They just like making kids.
Okay,
you know?
But I mean,
but then you know what? Here's what it takes 2. So
that's another thing.
So that means there's 6 other people out here who've been down with that. But let's say after the first one, the second one, but the third baby mom, you gotta be looking around like, okay, what's the situation going on over here?
And if you didn't catch it by the 3rd, you have to catch it by the 4th.
Well, come on now. The 4th woman had to be looking around like, all right, this happened 3 times. I don't know if I want.
But see, it's you know what I was gonna say. It's like the Tinder swindler, but they ain't know about each other. So okay.
Yeah, but okay, and that's the thing. But if you know about each other, if you know he got a bunch of kids, you have a decision to make. I was just saying this on the last show. You have a decision like, is this something I want to be a part of? And like I said, sometimes not even just about the person. There's a whole family I have to account for now. Do I want to be a part of this family and everything that comes along with it? There's several other women that are going to be around that I'm going to have to deal with. There's other kids that we're going to have to deal with. I don't know what the situation is here. You have to sit down and really make a decision at this point. You know, and then if that's what you want, all right, cool. But if not, don't complain later.
His thing was they all got along. I'm like, I'm not sharing. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the 6th baby mother.
Yeah, you coming off the bench at that point. Like, what you not even starting five. What you doing?
Man.
I was like, what do you think you going to
Not
change
off the
him?
bench. Oh god.
He's 6 man of the year off that joint. Like,
nah.
Like you can't change him.
Nah, at that point.
He not trying to marry these just baby factories.
And that's what I'm saying. So like you have to, like, you made the choice. Like, nah, this ain't for me. You know? And my thing is, like I said, just live with your choice if you don't want that. But the women who did, don't go back and complain later. You had to have known what you were getting into.
I'm getting on birth control by that point.
I don't.
Because I'd be like,
figure something out, please.
Birth control, like he need to snip. I don't know what's going. Like,
please, yes.
Send it off.
And again, he's not done. He is not done.
That's what I'm saying. He's still doing backflips and cartwheels. Like he's happy. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so people who get in these situations, like, my thing is take your time with getting, like, I think we rush into this stuff a lot. Relationships in general, we rush. Like I said, we were just talking, like, do you know that person? How well do you know that person? Are you asking the right questions? Shit, do you know their last name? Like,
do you know their middle name?
Do you know they, like, life history?
Did you Google search them?
Something, yeah. Like, take the time to get to know people. Not only that, too, like you said, honeymoon phase, they think, what is it, like 3 months, most relationships? And then after about that time, you start to see things plateau. And you start to see things start to change and people become more comfortable in who they really are. And around that time, too, you start to see mannerisms, behaviors. You know, people can hold up a persona for so long, it starts to fall apart after a while. Does this person have issues that we have to account for? Are there things involving mental health, physical health, family history? You know, like, you got to start learning this stuff about people before we start laying up having babies with them. Right. You know, so where's the responsibility?
Is the honeymoon phase really only 3 months?
It's about 3 months, 3, 4, something like that. Yeah, it's not that long.
It don't last long. It wears off, and then, like, them lonely eyes, once you take them glasses off, you're like, damn, this is what I fell into?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
And that's what I say, even people who front, most of the time, you can hold up a front for a little while. But once, like I said, time starts settling in, become more and more okay, you start easing up on what you was, the persona and all that, and it starts to tell. And that's why there's a lot that says, like, you got to figure this stuff, take the time to ride it out.
Right.
You know?
That's why I was just saying, I think that's why I take longer to date somebody, like when I'm dating. I'm gonna drop the microphone.
You can smack the mic, dang.
If I get into a relationship, like, let me get that 3 months, because once that honeymoon phase wears off, I gotta see if this is still where I want to be.
Yeah,
right. I want to put in as much time as I can, because I want to, not only do I want to get to know you, I want to get to know all of you. And, like,
all right, John Legend.
But I mean, it's real though. Like, are you supposed to, like, figure that person out? I want to know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to have the real conversations.
You got to talk, like, and say, I want to know the things that turn you on and make you cry.
Yes.
So I can be the only one to. Come on.
Yeah, you know where we going.
So I can be the one that always makes you smile.
They about to bring out the good times. Yeah, okay. We got to see another TikTok video coming.
Probably.
But serenading chicks.
I know.
But seriously, that's important though. Like, you gotta put in that time, because that time is important, and you gotta ask those questions, because you only don't know what you don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna take it further than asking questions. You have to experience people. And that's where time comes in, spending time around each other. Like I said, I need to know what makes you tick. Right. I need to know what makes you operate.
Yo, I gotta stop. My hand is ashy as all get out.
Yo. That's the one thing I've learned from doing live shows and podcasting. Put lotion on before.
Right.
Absolutely.
I was doing that one time. I saw my hand. I was like, oh, I watched it back. I was like, oh, my hand, man, ashy. Yeah.
I probably should start actually watching some of these back. So just so I can see like my mannerisms.
So you should. Like, that's why where the bottle, the lotion right over there somewhere. Like, I wasn't even playing. But
like, you just gotta, sometimes you gotta just get it up.
I don't even have a bottle lotion. I don't know where it is.
Oh no, this hand sanitizer.
For some reason, this hand is not as ashy as the other hand.
Asymmetrical ash.
But coming back to,
I was like, oh, it's too late. It was in the camera.
It's too late, yo. It's too late. That's why you just gotta do like this next time. Just front side. You can't tell.
And I'm missing a nail.
Yeah, my lips.
Sorry,
I'm just noticing my lips are looking kind of ashy.
Yo, oh, Lord. I'm gonna do hair and makeup before the show. I'm about to get styling.
Yo, that's one thing that we should think about when we're all able to like get together.
No makeup on.
Look, I'm gonna get y'all a little mirror and we will figure it out.
We're gonna get the good days and the bad days. This is it.
I just gotta make sure my weave is straight. You know, once I put my weave in, make sure it's straight. You know,
I get this beard right.
Oh, Lord,
with that beard oil.
David got his growth going on. You got you getting your length up.
Your length, bro.
Okay, so basically, what I gathered from this is David has no kids, right, ladies? Mm-hmm. He also will serenade you with a guitar.
Yep.
Okay. He also is a sensitive male who is getting his beard game up. Okay, and we all know what will help grow that beard. Some beard oil is what I'm.
It's oil. Oil.
I might have to throw. I definitely right now have to throw some backlash on myself. I'm kind of emotionally unavailable. Like, well, let me also say, I'm definitely working on myself, and and you know, I still live at home, so I know there's a lot of there are actually a lot of women that don't mind that.
That's a cultural thing, yeah.
But also,
listen, I live at home with my mom. Okay,
I live at home
shout
too.
Out to moms.
I live at home,
bro. You own that home,
right? Like,
I'm just trying to be included.
But I told my mom, I don't even care. I told my mom if I had a kid, me and the kid living with her, point blank. Period. I do not care.
I mean,
so, when I get married.
I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be a very unpopular opinion, and I don't care. Culturally, it's kind of best. You know, if you look at other cultures outside of Black culture, they traditionally stay home until they get married and establish themselves. We're the only culture that does that, push everybody out at 15, 16 years old.
We didn't talk about this a few months ago, while we always kick our kids out the nest.
Yeah, but
I think it's to teach us independence, but there's ways to teach us to be independent. Like, I don't depend on my mom for nothing. Sometimes for food, I ain't even gonna hold you, but I don't depend on her to pay my bills or nothing. I pay it all on my own. I just live here.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing too. Like, I think if we all go back, I still go back to my mom for food. You know, like
right.
She's throwing down, like, but that's family. You know, so it's like
feeding me today.
She
already know what it is.
Real families is the community. Yeah. So there shouldn't be anything wrong. David, you are not married. David, you have no problem. Why would you go out in this world right now and struggle mightily as a single person? I don't care how much money you make. Like, you know how much we talked about this. It's expensive to live out here.
It really is.
Especially in the DMV. Yeah. Good luck with that. I don't care who you are by yourself.
It is expensive.
Like, I had to go do that. And I lived in poverty for a couple of years until I got my shit together. I had no choice. I had no choice. Like, in my early 20s, out here scratching and clawing for what? I mean, I had to leave the house. I had to leave my house.
And I've been on my own. But she let me come back. She was like, "Oh, you can always come back." She will tell us any of us can come back.
Yeah.
My parents said that too.
And I wanted to have that environment too. Like, until my girls is ready to get out there and get married and stuff, like, I'd rather come home, stack your money, get yourself together, so that when it's time for you to get out there, you're going to be in a much better position for your family. Who does that hurt? It ain't hurt. We got the space. It ain't hurt nobody.
Right.
Like, why would I push them out to the? Yeah, why would I push them out to the wolves for no reason? I want her by the time she get married, it's time to meet your partner.
And it's dope because it gives them time to stack their bread. Because that's what I do. I save up money, because eventually I do want to get my own house. But until then, me and my child will live here and my dogs. I don't care.
Yeah, and houses aren't cheap.
No.
And getting a house is a daunting process that you need to be prepared for.
Right, and also, like, it helps you with that relation. Like during that time, especially when you're an adult, it helps you establish that relationship with your parents. Like, because it's different when you're a kid and you live at home, but it's really different when you're an adult.
Yeah,
and you live at home.
I think me and my mom too close because we freaking look alike.
I know y'all twins.
And copy and paste.
Miss Hattie could have been on the show right now. Wouldn't even know which one of y'all it was.
Right? No, she high yellow. That's why I was like, we can't even do the TikTok challenge because yellow, and that would give it away. But other than that, we pretty much you look like me.
Yep.
Well,
I would watch that TikTok though.
Oh, dog, trust me, I was watching that TikTok yesterday. It was mightily fun. I got the live version of it yesterday.
So
it was fun. It was fun. Your mom's dope. Your mom's good peoples. See, I got a hug and everything yesterday.
I know how other people's children. Like, you don't know him. She's like, I don't have a son. Who cares?
Hey, hold on.
I'm her honorary son.
Right.
Does she be like, oh, hey baby, how you doing? Like,
no, she's not like that.
No, but okay. I got a nice hug.
Not like that at all.
It was fam. It was all love.
She's not a hey baby type of person.
No. Indy was just mad though, because I got a good hug.
She don't even hug her own kids.
Dang,
that's not true. She hugs my younger sisters. She don't hug me because she says she see me every day.
See?
No, I force my mom to hug me, honestly. Like I literally jump on my mom and I'll be like, hey mom, and like I'll be off camera for too long and she'll be like, get off of me. Like,
to be honest with you though, I honestly don't mind being close because I have a lot of friends who lost their moms.
Yeah.
So it's like I try to enjoy every moment because you never know.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Like,
it's a reminder. It's definitely a reminder.
Yeah. Enjoy your parents.
Right.
Absolutely.
And my dad always on the chopping block. Hate to say it like that, but dark humor gets you through it. My dad stay on the chopping block. Like, I don't know if he's gonna make it this week. So we're gonna enjoy every moment.
That's how she talk.
Right there.
I'm telling you, dark humor gets you through it.
So you know what? On that note.
Oh, wait. We are sponsored by the Black Squirrel Media Network. Come to Black Squirrel.
Yes, check us out.
Wait, we gotta go back to the topic though. Okay. Close it out with the topic because then be like they cannot stay on topic.
You know what? Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. You guys want to get into it? It all
comes full circle. At the end of the day, it comes full circle. Take your time.
Yeah.
Don't rush into it. If you're going to bust it wide with protection because you don't want to end up in a situation where you are stuck with a child alone and you got to take due for child support or you angry and don't let your kids see the dad. Point blank, period.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to call everybody on and they bullshit.
Facts. Absolutely. I'm about to have a good conversation when we done with this.
Yeah. Like, I think that's the one thing too. Like, it's both sides. And I think it goes both ways equally, men and women. We both doing this nasty stuff out here. I know men get the brunt, but nah, like a lot of this stuff, it's all of us. We all nasty. We all moving weird and crazy out here. And let's acknowledge that, because I think if we don't acknowledge it, like this stuff continues to happen. It will continue to happen, so there's good and bad on both of this. But like I said, take your time. Let's figure it out.
Right.
And
also, speaking of figuring it out, let people figure it out. Give them the time.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then they'll think that, oh, so I'm not allowed to figure it out, or I'm not allowed to actually put this time in so that I can figure it out, or so that we can figure it out.
Yeah, don't rush. Also, don't force and judge other relationships based on your standards.
Right.
You know, so I think that goes back to families, communities, parents. Like, you see this stuff, like, they moving at their pace. Let them move at their pace. Let them live. We can help guide. You know, we can help foster some of this stuff and do what we can, but they are not you. They're not going to be you. Their situations and circumstances are probably different. So don't judge them based on what I would do, or I would have did this and I would. No, that's not what it is. You know, give them grace, love them, support them. But I think a lot of times too, we see the spite in the you know, people treating people harshly and bad and judging because of that as well too. You know, so
also, I think also stop looking at other people's relationships and thinking that like you could have that too.
Yeah, it's all different. Like I said, what you see is probably the tip of the iceberg.
Nobody's relationship is perfect. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not, and it's never going to be.
We all got demons.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We all demons. We make mistakes. You know, we have ups and downs. A relationship has ups and downs. Like, we struggle sometimes. Sometimes it's up. Sometimes it's not.
Like I told you before, I have a friend who her and her partner, their life, if you look at them on Instagram, you would think that they was the greatest couple. They the Jay-Z and Beyonce of Instagram. They're living like Jay-Z and Beyonce. And at the end of the day, you know, because they tell you their secrets, you're like, but y'all really ain't got it like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's why you gotta remember, social media ain't real.
Yeah. Nope. So after all that, do you?
That's why I don't wear makeup.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna get to that next week. We're gonna get to that social media thing next week. I ain't gonna give it away right now, but yeah, we got another social experiment coming. You know,
we got two.
Yeah.
The other one was talking about.
All right, so we'll talk about that later. Let's what time is it? Let's keep going. We got any Bobs and Karens? Let's talk about them for a second.
All right. Okay, so there was a Bob that. Oh, okay. So there was a man that was framed for. What was he framed for? Dang it. Okay, sorry. I didn't write down enough for that one. But Lamont McIntyre was framed and he spent 2 decades in jail. He just got out for a crime he didn't commit. So we're just gonna put that police department. Those are the Bobs and Karens. And then let's go to airplane. There was an airplane Bob that berated a flight attendant, said he would fuck her up, and just yelling all over the plane. And mind you, that was before takeoff.
So did he get kicked off the plane?
He didn't, because they had already left the gate.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the funniest one. Bob wanted to take their dog back to the shelter because they claimed that the dog was gay.
I thought I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know what? Yeah. Wow.
How are you judging a dog for doing dog shit?
I mean, what can you say?
Apparently, they said in the article that dogs are just gay, point blank, period. It's a well-known fact. Dogs are gay.
Well, I mean, they do what they do. Yeah.
I mean, they hump, but be aggressive.
Right.
Yeah, but you can tell sometimes they don't hump a chair. What do you think they like? They'll hump a leg, like. So I don't know. let me tell you about my Bobs and Karens this afternoon, looking for this video. So as I was driving into Virginia, apparently the truck drivers are still around. They're still driving around the DMV area.
Oh, snap.
Still protesting mask mandates that aren't really there anymore. Because I know in most places, they started to lift the mask mandates. So they're still driving around, causing all kinds of traffic. It's 18-wheelers, it's pickup trucks.
Also,
flags of.
It's so stupid because you are in your truck.
Think about it. Like, you're driving around. First of all, you're not at work. You're not at work. Where are you supposed to be right now, sir? Whose truck are you in right now? Whose 18-wheeler is that? Is that yours? So you're driving around for what? So then as they're driving around, there's people on the overpasses, like in lawn chairs, red flag, waving their flags, honking horns, like
Confederate flags.
Huh?
Confederate flags.
Not even American flags. They're waving American flags. But what are y'all doing? For what? Nobody in Washington cares.
Right.
Like, nobody. The only reason why I knew they still around because I saw them today. I was like, wait, dog, with you in the DMV, like, they've been lifting the restrictions for the last couple weeks.
Don't get your tires slashed.
Not even that, but like, you're wasting your time. It's like the ultimate Bob move. I'm like, okay, like a couple months ago, I would have seen you protesting, okay. But now, what are you protesting for? Like, that's what I don't understand. And all it was just like, I read one, I took a picture. I can't find the picture. What they had written all over their car. And it was like, the mask mandate, you can't tell me what to do. It's like oppression. They wrote this stuff on their car.
Mask mandate over.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what mandate?
It's a choice now.
What you talking about? We was just eating, chilling with mask off. What you mean? What you mean? I seen people walk around the grocery store, no problems now.
Right.
What are you wasting your gas for, sir?
I was about to say, you're wasting gas, bro.
And again, why aren't you at work? It's probably why we got a shortage on our shipping right now. Where are you supposed to be at, son?
Man.
Like, so I'm like,
I need what I ordered.
You know what I'm saying? Not only my Amazon order coming in tomorrow, I need it today because you out here driving around wasting your gas for no reason.
Right.
Now Amazon drivers know better.
I know. Right. Yeah.
But the other truck drivers just want to block the trucks.
It was just like
they want to block drivers.
Y'all were like 3 weeks too late, fam. Like, y'all need to just go back home now. Like, the party's over.
Go home, Roger.
Well, I was seriously, that's what I saw today driving around.
Roger.
Like, middle of the day. I'm talking about this like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go to work. Go home. People really had lawn chairs waiting for them to drive by. Like, wow.
Going to be a part of history.
Yeah, what history is that? Like,
the wrong side.
Yeah.
History.
It was weird. So I saw that. So yeah, I just had to get that out the way.
That's crazy that you saw them.
Yeah, I've been hearing about them for the last couple weeks. I hadn't seen them yet. So
I saw one when I was going to Jersey. They had a flag on their car. I'm like, it's over. Y'all just at this point, you just need to make noise.
He was protesting Dolo. Oh man.
Can't do it.
Yeah. So gotta get them out the way. Let me see. There's a lot of people I've been talking to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shout out the Smith family. I got shout out to Smith. I know a couple weeks ago I talked to this Virginia Smith, had a long conversation with her. But I want to shout out her whole family who yesterday donated a lot of items and materials for men of stature for Black men. A lot of suits, a lot of clothes.
Oh, so the
things for So I went down there yesterday and just had that talk with them for a while, and just good people.
Yeah,
you know, like I said,
shout out to UBC.
Yeah, but they donated. I mean, my car was full. But it wasn't just a donation. It was just like, you could tell people who just like care about other people, you know. And we just talked for a while and just about the state of the world, things that's going on. And it was no negative talk. It was just like, okay, what do we do? how do we operate? How do we move in this world? Like, what we continue to do to stay positive? And I took that from them. Okay. And I was asking myself, through all the madness in the world that's going on, what do we do? How do we continue as individuals, continue to stay positive, stay on the right track? All the things we've been talking about, it's like, what does that look like on a day-to-day basis? And the one thing I just kept coming back to is like two things: grace and love. And it's like, how do we continue to show grace to people? How can we continue to show love at certain points? What does that look like on a day-to-day? Patience, stuff like that. Like, and it was just
a huge one.
It's big. It's big to be able to say, you know what? Okay, you know what? Step back for a minute. No matter what's happening, no matter what the emotion is, okay, let me just step back.
Breathe.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Say what?
I'll be trying, but these people keep trying me every day.
I'm saying, but that's what, yeah.
It's real.
So it was just good to get like some wisdom from some people who've been here longer than me, who just want to just be and help people and just love. And it was genuine. So I had a good time, and I had never seen a man who had so many suits in my life. Like,
you ever think about doing those closets? You ever see when people bring it's like a flea market kind of thing, but you like swap clothes?
Oh, but is that what they call a swap meet?
Nah.
Okay, that's different. Okay.
So it's like I forgot what they call it, but it's like something closet, and it's like people come and they bring their clothes and they swap. You know what I'm saying? Like old suits and stuff they had.
Yeah. I think at some point that's probably where we do something like that. Like, because I mean, we give them away. Right. At this point,
yeah.
Like we just no charge, just take what you need. Like,
right.
We just want men to be able to have suits, young men to be able to have suits and ties and know how to wear them and know about the clothes and what to wear and stuff like that. So yeah, like, and I didn't realize so many people willing to give. I posted it on Facebook today, and people already hit me up like, yo, I got some suits. Yo, I can donate this. I can give that. And I'm like, it's cool. Like that was really dope. That
right.
Yeah. So it just starts with conversation sometimes. And, I look at 24 hours. We got to distribute them, got to set it up. Like, but cool. It started with a conversation. So shout out to the Smith family.
Is this for homeless men too, or just like, everyone? I'm just asking.
Not for everyone.
It definitely is.
So now it's at this point where it's like, we've done this in the past for men who, in the community, men who were coming out of the system and trying to get employed and stuff like that. Got word today that there's a school who needs suits for the prom. The young men need suits for prom.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what we're gonna get ready for. So it's like there's a need out here. And I go back, I first saw this, my guy PK Kersey in New York. Got to shout him out in his organization. I know the book is That Suits You, but that's an organization too, where that's all they do in New York, even Brooklyn. And they go around as donating clothes, but also doing seminars and classes on how to tie ties, about the attire, stuff like that. So, it's one of those things where it's hygiene. Like,
that's also important.
Yeah, that's talking about hygiene. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's one thing I used to do with the young men. You know, understand? Like,
oh, I know. Knuckleheads, my family. It's something about when they get to a certain age in their teenage years where they just go on strike and don't want to watch it anymore. Like, refuse to take a bath.
Y'all don't know what that is?
That's like the one thing that I kept up with during quarantine and during the pandemic.
Me
Even
too.
now, I got to shower every day.
Should. I mean, yeah, especially when we were home. You ain't got nothing else to do.
Right.
You sitting around. Don't be sitting around in funk all day. Yeah. Okay, if you're not doing nothing, you just your skin need, just take care of you. Yeah. So all that being said, yeah.
Oh, and if you want to stay clean, go get you some soap from
Black Women. Yeah, we got soap. Yeah. Scrub your butt,
right.
Get something right.
Please.
Yeah. So, do we have any Black businesses? Anybody shout out Black businesses?
I got one. I was trying to get they dang on Instagram, but they man slow with the message. But
that's okay. What you got?
This person is in the DMV area, private chef.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's a fancy catering experience, private dining. The name of the business is the Mad Chef, but that is not their Instagram. I don't know. On their Facebook, it is Desi's DESSI apostrophe S eatery and catering.
Okay, bet.
Mm-hmm.
Might check some of that out.
Yeah, the affordable prices.
Yeah, send us a plate so we can eat it on air. Tell you how it is. You know, I'm all about the eats. All about the eats.
Cannabis infused meals. So if you want to,
the whole meal, oh, you gonna be lit.
Toasted.
You told okay. Off the not the greens and mac and cheese. Oh, lit. Right. So shout out to them.
Mac and cheese, man.
Yeah. Ooh. So shout out. But I think that's it, y'all. So yeah. I know we said a lot. We went through a lot of stuff today. So
can I do this activity with you? Mm-hmm. This is so random, but you have kids, so you should try this activity at home.
Okay.
Get some graham crackers, right? And in the middle of the graham cracker, right, you're gonna get some white frosting. Slap that frosting in the middle. Then you're gonna get some red, like gooey frosting, and put it in the middle and use Band-Aid.
What?
Use Band-Aid. That's what it's called.
That's what it's called? And you eat it?
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, you eat it. It's a used Band-Aid.
I guess I could see it. Okay, the color and everything. Yeah.
I was about to say, what?
Cute. My Girl Scout troop just did it over the weekend. They was living for it. Mainly the frosting. They was living for it, but it's a cute idea. You should do it with your kids.
Yeah, send me the instructions. I'll look at it. Yeah.
Sounds dope.
Use Band-Aid. I'm gonna take a picture. I just want to see what it looks like. Yeah.
I'll show you. Look, we took a picture. I can't show you on air because will background be blanking out the faces, which is fine.
That's okay. We could send it to me. We can share it. Anybody got parents? See, look, we giving out activities for y'all. Come on now. The podcast gonna give y'all the kids' activities, family fun,
arts and crafts.
You know what I'm saying? Community coalition show love the kids.
They got the little first aid kit stuff around it.
Oh, I'm with it. Yeah,
that's dope.
It was supposed to be used Band-Aid, and I was like, ew, but they ate it.
That is cool. All right, so we go check it out. So yeah, I think that's all we got. Check us out, y'all. We'll be around next week.
Shout out the lovely people at the DoubleTree Hotel on Georgia Avenue. That's what it is.
Georgia Avenue. Yes.
The staff is mad nice, and they give you a warm cookie. They all Black. They was all Black. They also, I seen the same people within 24 hours. So I think they was pulling doubles. So shout out to them. They give you a warm cookie. That's sexy.
That's what's up. I want a cookie.
They were nice. They were so nice. As a matter of fact, a friend was supposed to meet us there. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but he was at the wrong hotel. But Shorty looked out because she was like, "You might want to make sure he's at the right one."
Yeah. So, I wonder if they told that friend that there were two DoubleTrees within a block of each other.
I didn't know. I thought this.
Yeah, like that's crazy. They were
really. Did the other DoubleTree have a Black staff too?
I'm about to ask that friend, but I think so.
The girl at the hair store at what's that mall? What's that shop? Plaza.
He was at City Place?
No, what's it called? It started with an E.
Oh, he's on Ellsworth. We used to call it City Place.
Yeah. So I was in the beauty store in Ellsworth, and the chick at the beauty store, I mean, at the time I didn't appreciate her comment, but she helped me buy some hair. And she was like, "That hair is not flattering on you." And I was like, "Girl, I don't know you like that." But you know what? She was right.
She was trying to look out. See?
She was right. So shout out to her. She got me, she hooked me up. But yeah, everybody was so nice. I like to see Black people at work and they all nice. You know, sometimes people all snooty and rude, but you know,
and they helping people out.
Right. They was all positive and happy. The girl at the hair store, I don't know if she was Black, but I think she might have been Spanish, but still, she color. We take her.
We will.
But yeah, shout out to those ladies at the DoubleTree because they were super sweet.
That's what's up.
I don't know if they listen to this. They probably don't, but you never know.
You never know. Somebody will tell them. Good word. Good word to those ladies. Let them know we hold them down.
Shout out to DoubleTree.
Yeah. So yeah. Shout outs to DoubleTree parking. It wasn't that bad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it was free for me, but
$10.
I was about to say, why was it free? No, let me not.
Yeah.
Don't forget, y'all, we are sponsored by the Black School Media Network.
It's all good. So we're gonna have some fun this week. Come back with some more stuff next week. So
somebody got a birthday coming up.
Oh yeah, whose birthday is that? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Hey,
shout out to you shaking the ass this Saturday.
Might not even be here.
Turn up is real. My birthday gonna be turning the big 3-0.
3-0, yeah, I take that. Yeah, 3-0, yeah.
Oh, Kenny, I didn't even know we're almost the same age. What?
Right.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even realize that.
I got gray hairs at 30.
I mean, hey, man. You did though have gray hairs at 30. So
say what?
You did have gray hair at 30.
I had gray hairs at 15.
Hey, they're starting to come in. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait till you go try to brush it, and that joint be like, "What is you doing, son?"
Yo, we just had, I don't even want to put you on blast like that, but we just had that conversation about your age yesterday.
Oh, so no. I might need to hear about that. But
I was like, you're the same age as you.
Serious tag. See?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about that.
See, all right, you know what? On that note, y'all ain't gonna be doing me like this.
Peace, y'all.
Till next week. Yeah, till next week, y'all. Peace.